Little known fact, every 10 seconds that passes, 387 people in America hit a dink too hard. Tragic, I know. As you bend your mind around that very convincing stat, take a moment to ask yourself the question, why? Now, there's a variety of reasons why people can slightly overpower a dink. However, to really miss it, I mean really miss it, to the point where your partner has to ask, was that an attack?
Oops!
A lot has to go wrong. The main culprit is your body height and how it impacts speed. Now, I've got some good news and some bad news for you. The bad news is you may not be able to radically improve your foot speed. The good news is you don't have to move fast if you move early. Moving early for the ball is the great time saver that can allow you to get close enough to the ball so that you don't have to cast your paddle to reach it. To move early relies on your legs to be already in a position to push off the ground in any direction. This means knees are bent and the stance at least shoulder width apart. Body height also heavily influences your ability to take the ball out of the air. We've all been in good position on the court only to have a wide-angled dink sail past you, forcing you into a mad panic and a just get it over mentality. If you can drop your body height effectively, then you may well be able to cut that ball off as a volley before it gets away from you. One more note on body height. If you happen to be a more vertically challenged person, you don't get a free pass on this. Just because you are lower to the ground doesn't mean you don't need to bend your knees. The second major reason is positioning. A lot gets said about moving with your partner, tracking the ball together, keeping the piece of string between you intact. What doesn't get discussed is just how difficult that can be when your team is using the full width of the court. At some point, the player who isn't engaged in the rally checks out of their movement responsibilities and either a winner goes through the middle or it exposes an opening for an aggressive dink that forces that mad dash and a wildly overpowered dink. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Sometimes you can break the string. I'll show you two more examples of the same scenario where my partner is engaged in a cross-court rally. In this first rally, I'm doing my very best to keep our string intact, moving in sync and close enough to my partner. When my partner decides to redirect and our opponent's dink quickly to the middle, I'm there to cover it. Great. However, if that looks exhausting to you, then there's some good news. There's another way. In the second scenario, I'm going to cheat a little. I'm going to keep the same kind of body height, but this time, while the cross-court rally is going on, I'm going to hold my place, roughly around the center of the box. This might look a little lazy, however, what I'm lacking in movement, I'm making up for with better awareness. I'm watching very, very carefully the ball flight and my partner's body language. The primary time I need to stay close to my partner is when they redirect the ball, so that's what I'm watching for. The moment they do, I'm aware of it and I move quickly to the center to handle that middle ball. I've successfully saved the middle and some energy. Energy that I would love you to use in the constant battle to bend your knees. Alone, each of the two problems we looked at today will likely only cause a slight lack of control over the ball. However, if you find yourself being guilty of both poor body height and poor positioning, then that's where the real problems come in, and the reason why some of your dinks might look like attacks.
It wasn't a blistering winner.
It totally worked. Were you rolling? Why you're accidentally hitting people with your dink. Let's go, mule. Let's do it. You may dot. The second major region. It's a region now. It's like a region of Australia where dinks go to die. The second major now. It's a major region. God, focus. Excuse me. Body height also heavily introduces you. Why does it introduce you? That doesn't work. Good talk, everybody, good talk.